Have you ever noticed that the people who think the most often seem the most tired? It is not because they work harder than everyone else. It is because their minds rarely take a break. They replay old conversations long after they end. They imagine situations that may never happen. They stay awake late at night, not because life is falling apart, but because their thoughts keep asking, what if? This is where psychology reveals something interesting. The same habit that makes a person thoughtful and caring can also leave them mentally exhausted. In this video, we will explore why some people overthink so much. We will look at what happens inside the brain. We will also explain why this habit develops. Most importantly, we will discover what it says about a person's mind. Psychologists use a specific term for this pattern. They call it maladaptive rumination. It describes a mind that returns to the same thoughts again and again. This often happens after uncertain situations, social events, or past experiences. Research suggests that overthinkers are not simply weak or overly anxious. Their minds continue analyzing long after others have moved on. The problem is not intelligence itself. The problem is that the brain never feels finished. A major part of this process involves the prefrontal cortex. This area helps with planning, reasoning, and self-reflection. In many overthinkers, it stays active even during quiet moments. Another brain system also remains busy in the background. It continues producing thoughts and inner conversations. As a result, the mind keeps working almost all the time. It reviews the past and prepares for the future. Sometimes it even creates conversations that never happen. This habit usually does not appear overnight. For many people, it begins much earlier in life. It often starts during childhood or the teenage years. Some children grow up in homes where life feels unpredictable. They never know what mood they will face next. Small mistakes may bring unexpected consequences. Over time, the brain learns to stay alert. It begins looking for danger before it appears. Thinking ahead becomes a way to feel safe. Eventually, this pattern becomes automatic. The mind keeps preparing for every possible outcome. Even when there is no real danger, it continues searching for one. Psychology suggests that this is a learned survival strategy. The brain is trying to protect itself. It simply never learned when it was safe to relax. Not every overthinker thinks in the same way. Psychologists describe two common forms of overthinking. The first is reflective thinking. This type helps people understand themselves better. It encourages learning from mistakes and experiences. It also helps people process difficult emotions. When balanced, it can improve emotional intelligence. It can also strengthen self-awareness and decision-making.